corn, spicy corn. Welcome back to another fishing adventure. This is the first carp fishing adventure of the season, and it's a pretty warm day. It's probably in the 60s right now, and we've got a little bit of wind kind of blowing into this shoreline here, and supposed to get up to like 70 degrees today. It's finally starting to look a little like spring around here. Been having some warm days in the 60s, and still some lingering snow hanging around the shoreline here, which kind of takes away from the springy feeling, but it'll probably be gone in a couple of days. This is spicy boiled feed corn that I'm putting on for my hook bait today. It's just boiled feed corn that's been soaking in hot sauce, diluted hot sauce, for I don't know, a couple weeks. Made it a couple weeks ago, I think. And I haven't measured the water temperature yet here. If I had to guess, I'm saying it's maybe in the upper 40s. But first priority is getting baits in the water, and then I'll get you a temperature reading of the water, tell you about a few other things that are going on here. I'm going to put 3 pieces on the hair rig here. This is a brand new little tackle box for this season. The other one was getting really worn out. I've probably been using that one for 2 or 3 years, but I got some hot sauce spilled in it. A little baptism. Nice. I'm going to be using my new feeder sinkers for the first time. I'm going to be using both kinds. This is the pear sinker that has these gripper bumps on it. I think this is a 2.5 ounce, I think. And this is pretty much my usual pack bait. Those of you who've been here before know exactly what's in here. For those of you that are new, this is a mix of old-fashioned oats and sweet feed pellets. That's feed, F-E-E-D. It's horse feed. And this also has a can of pears and some vanilla in it. And I mix it up quite often with the pack bait, just doing different stuff, just for variety. But overall, generally, every pack bait I made is usually based on oats. And my other feeder that I'm using for the first time today is this sinker feeder. I made these myself too. I think this one's a 3 ounce, 2 or 3 ounce, I can't remember. Links in the description if you want to get some of these sinkers for yourself. This is my first time using them. We'll see. There it is, same 99% rig that I've always used. You really can't even tell the difference that I'm using a different feeder when the bait's packed on, but yeah, it's going out. And I've actually got some brand new rods and reels here that I'm using today too for the first time, but I'm not going to talk about those right now because I haven't even had a chance to use them yet. And this is literally my first cast with this rod and reel combo, so maybe I'll talk about them in the next video. I'll have some actual useful information after using them for a little bit. All right. Well, I didn't snap the line off or get caught in the overhanging trees or anything really catastrophic with that first cast, so yay. These rods and reels, it's in the gear list in the description if you want to look at them right now, find out what they are, but I'll talk about them later for sure. Yeah, I'm not really able to get the full experience of casting with these new rods right here in this spot because I've got overhanging trees about 10 feet above me here. I'm sure you can't see it from the camera there, but I can't do any overhead casting. It's going to have to be sidearm. Yeah, it's about 3 feet deep out there where I'm putting these baits. And I haven't seen any fish activity or jumping fish or surfacing fish or anything like that, but that's normal for one, for how cold the water is, but two, just for some reason at this lake the fish don't really come to the surface very much. I just hardly ever see any surfacing fish at this lake. Oh, 53. That's pleasantly surprising. That's warmer than I thought it would be. Of course, that's right next to the rocky shoreline here. Probably a few degrees cooler out in the middle, but nice. But it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm fishing the warmest part of the day today, which is between now and like 5 o'clock. The temperature will start falling again around 5 o'clock. Wild swings in air and water temperature between day and night this time of year. You know, today's high is 70, but it's going to get down into the low 40s for the temp, and the water, you know, fluctuates significantly during the night too. But historically, I've had pretty good results targeting the warmest parts of the day when the water's cold. Okay, first bite. Yep. We're hooked up. First fish. It's been about an hour and a half, I think. I've had a couple of little bites, little line bites, I think. I think it was actually maybe some fish running into my line. I have seen a couple of fish surface out here in front of me while I've been waiting. Just crossing over both my lines here. I haven't caught a glimpse of this fish yet. Oh, I just did there. I think it's a good fish. Yeah, it's a good fish. Come on. No. All right. I bumped him with the net. And there's my hook and my bait in the net. Oh man. First fish lost. Well, I don't know if the GoPro caught that fish or not, but it wasn't a giant or anything. It was probably, I don't know, 5-6 pound fish. All right. Yeah, that fish came on the gripper lead rig. Still got my corn, so I'm just going to leave that on there. Yeah, like I said, it's been about an hour and a half. I've seen a few, fish come to the surface here out in front of me, and there's some active fish in the area, obviously, now that I've at least hooked into one. I was kind of sitting here thinking about what am I going to do tomorrow if I get skunked here today. Fish at a different spot on this lake. I'm going to go to a different lake altogether. Still haven't figured that out yet, but I'm going to stay here for a little while if there's fish here. Well, hopefully it doesn't take an hour and a half for the next bite. Just maybe 20 yards off from the bank here. That's where I'm putting these baits. Yep. Okay. Bites have been few and far between today. Lost the first fish I had on. This guy wants to cross over my lines. New reels. I'm not still learning about the drag settings here. Yep, there he is. Okay, I gotta just be more careful with the net job. I really screwed that up last time. Just kind of jabbed that net out there. Wasn't very careful with it and ended up knocking the hook right out of his mouth. The sun just went away. Now I can't see him. That was not convenient. I was just pulling him over the net, and then the sun went behind a cloud, and then I couldn't see him in the water anymore. Okay. First fish of 2023 is in the net. It is a very modest fish. start the year. That's fine with me. Okay, finally on the board with common carp for 2023. Just a little guy, probably 3-4 pounds. Nothing real unique about him, except for that he's the first fish. Back he goes. See you. Feel free to complain about that release, and I'll feel free to ignore it. And it is April 10th today, which that is good, especially compared to last year. I looked at my records the other day. Last year, my first carp was in May, not until like May 3rd or something like that, 2nd or 3rd, I think. We had such a late spring last year. I just couldn't get a bite. I was fishing the whole month of April, and just cold. But we have having a pretty normal spring, I think, this year. Like I said, today's April 10th, so I think that's a pretty good date for first carp in northern Iowa. I used to start fishing for them right when the water would get up to about 40 degrees. I mean, and that seems like that's pretty much the magic number for when they'll start eating again, is 40. I mean, they'd eat during the winter, but not very much. But the bite is just so slow when the water temps is in the low 40s. It's just, last few years I've just decided that it's just not really worth my time to target them until the water temp gets up to at least like 45, or even upper 40s would be better. And this is a shallow lake here. I mean, I think the maximum depth in this lake is like 6 or 7 feet, so warming up pretty quick, shallow lake. So it's been about 2.5 hours, and that has been my these have been my results for the first 2.5 hours. And I was kind of thinking that I'd leave. If I hadn't had any bites, I was going to at least move after 3 hours. So it's 3:30 now. I was planning on moving at 4 o'clock. Now I got to decide if I'm going to still move at 4 o'clock or stay here past 4, since I have had a couple bites. It's a tough decision. I don't know. It's possible I could go over to the other side of the lake and put some baits in, and the bite would be on fire. Or it could be worse over there. Decisions. And then, of course, the half hour that I would spend packing up everything here and then driving over to the other side of the lake and then getting everything back out and set up again. And that would probably take me a minimum of a half an hour. I don't know. I think I might just stay here, because it literally is prime time right now. It's the warmest part of the day. In about an hour and a half, the temperature is going to start falling. So if I pick up and move at 4 o'clock, I will have no baits in the water. I will not be fishing for a decent sized chunk of the prime time. I think staying put's the right thing to do. I always thought those choose your own adventure books were pretty cool when I was a kid. You know, you're reading the story, and you get to a certain point, and you get to make a decision for the character in the book of if they do this or that, and then the story, changes depending on which decision you make. I always thought those were cool. A lot like real life, huh? Okay. It's literally 2 minutes to 5. It's 4:58. I was gonna leave at 5 because that's when the temps are gonna start falling again. Okay. All right. So yeah, this fish is a little bit bigger than that first one. It's probably about twice the size of that first one, really. This is probably a 5-6 pound fish, but what a nice surprise. Like I said, I was getting ready to go, and it's a few minutes after 5 now, but the bite's been real slow. I mean, 4.5 hours of fishing, 2 little fish. I think I'm going to call it for today, but I expect the bite to pick up quite a bit in the coming weeks. Stay tuned. Carp fishing is just beginning. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. See you later. Get bigger. Well, welcome back to another spring carp fishing adventure. I'm using some banana flavored tiger nuts for the hook bait today. Just get you that information right from the start. And we're just, the weather's kind of at the tail end of this crazy, unusually warm mass of air that passed over the last few days. Today's the 14th of April. Yesterday, it was 87 degrees and 45 mile an hour winds. Just not a good day to be out doing anything, really. But we're at the tail end of that today. High is about 75 today. We've got pop-up thunderstorms all over the area. Just had one pass through. The storm didn't actually pass over this spot, so it didn't actually rain here. But it was just lots of thunder, and I could see the rain, but it never passed over this spot. And as I'm sure you're assuming, with the thunderstorms in the area, that means the barometric pressure is nice and low. It's right at about 29.6, so that's good. I did try some carp fishing during one of those hot and windy days. Found a little spot that was got me out of the wind, but the fish weren't having it. Just that wild fluctuations in temperature and stuff, and nah, they were just hanging tight. They weren't out feeding. In other words, I got skunked. And this pack bait is left over from that previous trip. It's just oats and sweet feed and pears and vanilla. There it is. Banana tiger nuts on the hair. There's that pack bait I just told you about. 99% rig. This is just an old gravel pit. My first time fishing it this year. That's probably about 10-12 feet deep right there where I put that. There's no structure at this place, no underwater features. There might be a tree or two in there somewhere, but for the most part it's just a big bowl with steep sides. And pretty sure the fish just roam around just kind of randomly. Don't really have any purpose. There's no shallow areas for them to do their spawning or anything. Just the, I don't know, 5 feet of water along the shoreline, but I mean, if I walk 10 feet out, I'll be up to my neck. Yeah, first time fishing here this year. Might be the last time too, I don't know. Usually once the water warms up, this place turns into pea soup. It stays that way all year. Algae blooms. As you can see, I've got my bank sticks in the water there a little bit. Sometimes people ask why I do that. Let me show you. This is why sometimes I put my bank sticks in the water. It has really nothing to do with fishing. It's just the fact that the bank area that I have to walk around on is so skinny that there's barely enough room for me to walk between my rods and if I want to have a chair. So yeah, probably got about 6-7 feet of bank space here, and that's why I put my bank sticks in the water sometimes, just to make some space for me to walk. So it's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I don't know, I'll probably just fish here for a few hours, or at least until I get chased away by a thunderstorm or something. We'll see. But thanks for tuning in. Yep. First fish is on. I've been here almost an hour, I think. Man, in here. Gotcha. Yeah, first fish. Just a dinky little guy. I'm gonna keep his eyes covered because he's kind of freaking out on the mat here, but Skinny little fish. Maybe open his eyes up here. There he goes. Skinny little fish. 2-3 pounds. Don't catch them this small very often. All right, go tell your grandma. See ya. Probably the thing I like the best about tiger nuts is just they're so durable. You can catch multiple fish on these. They're gonna stay on the hair. They don't get ripped off the hair very easily. Yeah, that hook's still needle sharp. Average size fish at this place is probably around 5 pounds, but there are some bigger ones in here. I think I've caught fish up to 12 pounds out of this pond before, and there's lots of little ones like that too, but that was pretty small for this pond. But that was fun. Let's do that again. What's this? Rusty spinnerbait. Guess it'll go in my garbage can. Oh, here's an old one. I bet the person who littered this might be in a nursing home or dead. I know. This is an old pop can. Oh, beer can. Ham's beer. Nice. Take that. Here, this looks more recent. We sat down here and drank some Coors Light. There's another one. Another one. These are recent. Chances are this moron's still walking around contributing to the problem. But I'll pick up after this slob. Crush them up so they'll fit in my garbage bag. On 2 more. I must drink the whole 6-pack. That's not good. Did you hear that pop? Apparently, you can break an ugly stick on a cast. I've seen videos of people doing all sorts of goofy things, you know, saying how tough ugly sticks are and stuff, and you know, I just casted this. I casted it pretty hard, trying to get it out pretty good, but I have this is a 2-ounce sinker, and I had a bunch of pack bait on there, and then these little baits there. So I'm guessing I had maybe 3, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 ounces on here, and I just casted it, and it snapped on the throw. You can see it broke right in between the first and second eyelet, and yeah, obviously it's fiberglass. This is a medium heavy. Show you here. This is a medium heavy rod. I can understand if I was doing this with a medium action and casting a 4 or 5 ounce bait. This is medium heavy. That's why I bought the medium heavies, to cast heavy baits. You know, it's rated for 8 to 20 pound line. Yeah, ugly stick GX2. I'm kind of surprised. I've had nothing but good experience with ugly stick until today. I think these do have a 7-year warranty, and pretty sure I've only had them maybe 5 years. Might be looking into a warranty replacement, but I'm still gonna keep buying ugly stick rods. Like I said, I've had nothing but good experiences up until just this moment. I've never snapped a rod like this before. I've broken plenty of rods in goofy ways, like by accident, stepping on them or closing them in the truck tailgate or something stupid like that. My fault. Never broke a rod on a cast, and especially not in this spot. You would think it would break down here closer to the thinner piece, but yeah, it's been kind of an interesting day. I think that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. This might be a mistake coming here this early in the year when the water's this cold, but it's been sitting in the fridge all week. It smells nice and ripe. They're gonna love it. Ew. Love that sound. Should I just let it go for a little while, or? All right. Welcome back to another carp fishing adventure. I'm here at the big water today. This morning, I should say. It's about 10:30 in the morning. And it's chilly. Temps in the 40s and the wind's blowing at like 20 miles an hour. I'm cold. Hook bait today is going to be spicy boiled feed corn. It's going to be a learning experience today. I have never fished this place in the spring. So yeah, gonna be learning some things today for sure. Normally in the spring I like to focus on smaller bodies of water that warm up faster. Water's still cold pretty much everywhere, but I don't know how cold it is here. I'm gonna test that in a little bit, but I'm anxious to find that out too. We had fake spring last week, temps in the 70s, it even got into the 80s, but now we're back to normal spring, high temps in the mid 50s. First thing to do is get some baits in the water, and then I'll start running down the analysis of the fishing situation today. This is bait that's been in the fridge for probably a week. It's left over from my last trip. Oats and sweet feed. I don't know. Looks like there's some cream corn maybe in there. It smells like vanilla. It's kind of a guessing game when I pick up a bag of leftover bait from a previous trip. I don't usually keep track of what kind of stuff I put in the bait. This is too crumbly. I need to put a little bit more water in. That tends to happen after it sits for a long time. It kind of dries out a little bit. While I'm going down here, I might as well tell you about this. This water is way lower than last time I was here. Last time I was here, the water was probably about right here where I'm standing. We've got another 15 feet of shoreline here that wasn't here last time. The wind is blowing, making waves crash up on the rocks. Slippery rocks, jagged rocks. Landing a fish will be challenging and it'll be a lot of fun. Yep, that is much better. That's going to be the bait for today. I did bring a bunch of other feed particles and bird seed and things that I'm going to spawn out there. After I get these baits in the water, I'll show you that stuff in a minute. Burr. Just by the hand test, I'm betting this water is in the low 50s, maybe even 40s. We've got a crosswind blowing. It's blowing from right to left this way. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a big streak of mud, stripe out there. I'm gonna put my baits right in it. There's a kind of an island over there, and the wind is blowing across, and it's blowing a bunch of muddy water backwards up the lake there. I mean, that mud streak just goes for, I don't know, it probably goes for a half a mile that way. But I'm gonna put my baits right in that mud streak out there. Bam, right there. Probably about 40-50 yards off the bank. And I don't know, I think I got 2-ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I think I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I think I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I think I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here. I don't know, I got 2 ounce sinkers here but if the wind starts moving my baits around, I might have to put some more lead on, make it heavier. All right, baits are out. Time to get a water temp. The suspense is killing me. Yep, 47.6, and that's right here in the rocks that are getting hit by the sun. It's probably a little cooler out there. Pretty cold, pretty cold. This might be a mistake coming here this early in the year when the water's this cold, but I don't know. This is how I learn things. I try different things, and who knows? Might be a spectacular day of fishing. Time will tell. All right, the first bit of bait I'm going to put out is some range cubes. These are just cattle cubes, as they call them, I guess. I'm just going to launch them out with my homemade bait launcher. I suspect that a video about this has already been made, but if you got questions about it, you know, go look on my channel page. I made a video specifically about this thing. So I'm just going to launch not a ton of these, but a few of these out first, and then I'll do some spotting of some smaller stuff. And I'm easily getting the 40 yards out of here. I'm putting these right near where my baits landed. With that crosswind, I'm just shooting them straight, and the wind is moving them over. Seems to work better with multiple small chunks rather than these larger chunks. They don't fly that great. If you do decide to make one of these, if you got soft and silky hands, you might consider wearing a glove on the hand that you hold it with, because that leather does bang into your knuckles a little bit. And while I was launching those cattle cubes, you know, both my lines have they've been moved by the wind. They're slack now. This one I reeled it in. I'm going to put a heavier sinker on. This is a super simple change. Just snip the main line here, get this sinker off. I already slid my bobber stop and my bead up the line there, so I don't have to replace those. Just going to grab one of these 3-ounce ribbed sinkers. With the heavy end down towards the hook. Another bead back on there. Tie the main line back onto the swivel here. I use a clinch knot for that connection there. Just like that. You guys in Europe call that a blood knot, I believe. Slide this bobber stop back down up against the sinker, and we got a 3-ounce sinker in the 99% rig. Honestly, I probably could use even some bigger carp sinkers. I only have molds for 3 ounces, but I mean, if I was catfishing today, I'd be using 5-ounce sinkers for sure, just to keep those baits on the bottom where I put them. Especially with these kind of baits, and I throw this on the bottom, and then the wind, you know, the wind starts, you know, moving your bait. It's pulling on the line, and your pack bait breaks off and falls off, and then eventually the wind moves your hook and your sinker over here. Your pack bait is left piled here, and your hook and your sinker is moved over there. So it's a bad thing to have the wind moving your baits around. Obviously, getting your lines down closer to the water level would help too. Not really possible at this spot. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I had some like rod pod or something, I suppose people with rod pods would probably set the rod pod up down there on the rocks. I don't do rod pods. I'm going to do the same with the other one. Switch out a heavier sinker. Nothing against you guys that like to use those rod pods. Just not my style, that's all. Well, there are some reasons, but overall, just not my deal. Time to do some spotting for my spot rod. I'm going to be using my Ugly Stick catfish rod. Yeah, Ugly Stick catfish. These are medium heavy. They're like a broomstick. They'll work good for spotting. I don't really have a dedicated spot rod. I don't really spot very often. I I really don't enjoy it. It's kind of annoying, actually. This mix that I'm putting out is it's a mix of decomposed sweet feed pellets and boiled bird seed, and I made it when we had that fake spring last week. Thought I was going to go do some carp fishing and didn't end up going because of the weather, so it's been sitting in the fridge all week. It smells nice and ripe. They're going to love it. The nice thing about this wind today is that you know, I can cast it straight out the spot, just like that mud streak that's getting blown all the way up the lake there. All this scent from here should be broadcasting all the way down there. Hopefully get some fish to come over this way. But the thing that's annoying about spotting, in my opinion, is just throwing out such a tiny amount of bait. Little tiny handfuls of bait. It just takes a long time to get any decent amount of bait out there. I'm sure it's intended mostly for on-the-spot baiting, when you want to get bait in a relatively specific spot. Yeah, I'm spotting around my lines. The lines are already out. I don't know. I've done this before, and I don't know. I seem to be do okay with it. I don't get my lines tangled up. So anyway, this will probably take me a half an hour to get all this bait tossed out there with this little bitty thing. So here comes a little tick-tock thing. Alright, about an hour in, nothing happening. The wind is being a real pain in the ass, but I'm not ready to quit yet. Gonna need some more bait for sure, so might as well get that done now. This is old-fashioned oats and some of those sweet feed pellets in there. And to that, I'm gonna add this can of peaches. Yellow cling peaches, 100% fruit juice. Peaches in the bag. And I'm also gonna add a little bit of vanilla, just to give it a little extra scent. And I think vanilla and peach smells really good. Honestly, this is more about the smell that I want to smell rather than what I think the fish want. They want it all. And I'm just gonna smash those peaches real quick here before I start mixing up. I'm just gonna obliterate those peaches and squeezing the juice out of them. Just turn them into baby food. In fact, if you got extra baby food sitting around that you're not going to use, that'd work great to mix in carp bait, I suppose. Baby food's expensive though, isn't it? It's been a while since I bought any baby food. And peaches are all smashed up and tumble. That's it. Needs to set up for about 10 minutes. Gonna get back at you when I get a fish on the line. Stay tuned.
Remember when I said earlier that today's going to be a learning experience?
It's going to be a learning experience today. I have never fished this place in the spring. So, yeah, going to be learning some things today for sure. Yeah, 47.6. This might be a mistake coming here this early in the year when the water's this cold, but I don't know. This is how I learn things. I try different things, and that proved to be true. I learned quite a few things here today, but probably the most important thing that I learned is that I shouldn't bother coming here in April because the water is still in the 40s. The fish aren't feeding yet. But I'll come back in a couple weeks probably when the water warms up a little bit. But tomorrow I'm gonna go fishing at a much smaller little lake. Hopefully find some hungry fish and some warmer water. Stay tuned. Ew. That's what I'm fishing with today. Slimy tiger nuts. Yep, it's the next day. And I don't know, the weather is a little bit warmer. I think it's supposed to get up to like 65 today. Obviously I'm in a different location. Small pond, just like I said I was gonna do. And yeah, the tiger nuts are extra slimy today for some reason. That's a good thing. It actually does make baiting up with them a little bit more difficult because it's just really, really slippery. Kind of hard to hang on to. Get off there. I'd be interested to see a chemical analysis of exactly what this tiger nut slime is made of. My guess is it's some kind of proteins. Pack bait is left over from yesterday. What's in it? I don't know, you tell me. It was like 24 hours ago for me. It's probably like 5 minutes ago for you. I'm pretty sure it's peaches, if I remember right. Peaches and vanilla. And oats, of course. And as expected, the water at this place is much, much warmer than the big water I was at yesterday. Just washed my hands. I'm guessing upper 50s, maybe even 60. I'll measure it as soon as I get these baits out. Probably about 5-6 feet of water where I'm putting these. So yeah, this is only like 6 inches of water here on a sun-beaten shoreline here, so I'm sure it'll be a little bit warmer here than out in the 5 and 6 foot stuff where my baits are, but give us a good idea. Oh yeah, 57.3. That's looking pretty nice. You know, just a little explainer for those of you who don't know, because there probably are some people watching this who don't know why I keep talking about water temperature so much. It's because fish are cold-blooded, and their metabolism is dictated by the temperature of the water that they're swimming in. So when those water is cold, their metabolism slows down and they don't move as much, and therefore they don't need as much energy, and therefore they don't need as much food. And the opposite happens when the water warms. When the water warms, their metabolism starts to pick up, and they become more active, and therefore they need to eat more to maintain that level of activity. So colder water, less bites. Warmer water, more bites. That's why I keep talking about the water temp so much lately. And just like yesterday, I'm gonna shoot some little calf cubes out with my slingshot again here. Just a few, not a ton. You see, I've used this thing. This is brand new yesterday. Yesterday was the first time I used it. I don't know, I threw out that bucket. You saw, I threw out a bunch, probably, I'm guessing maybe 20 to 30 throws with this. And I've been doing that here. I probably got about 15 or 20 throws, and it's done. The pin, I reeled it back, and the pin is missing on this side. And you can see that the plastic parts of that hinge are broken off, missing. It's done. This is exactly what happened to the last one of these that I had. It lasted about as long. When I bought this one, I actually bought 3 because I expected this to happen, so I do have 2 more, but I don't know if I'm going to buy them again. These are the cheapo ones. They're not like some name brand ones. I think they came from China, and not that everything from China is terrible or anything, but these are, and so I don't know, probably figure something else out for spotting, I guess. I made my own before and it works good. It definitely disperses a lot more bait than this little thing, but the thing I really like about this is it's really easy to reel back in after it is deployed. This just skates right across the top of the water. I like that about it a lot. My homemade one is not easy to reel in. It's pulling water the whole time you're reeling it in. So that's why I've been kind of using these for a while, but I'm thinking maybe I might try one of those rocket shaped ones instead. Those have a lot of holes in the body of it, so you can drag it through the water, and it's not supposed to be a ton of resistance retrieving it, but I have my doubts. I might try one of those rockets next, but I do have a couple more of these left. I'll go through them. The frame needs to be readjusted again. Oh, I'm getting a fish. I gotta go. Bye. Okay, here we go. Love that sound. Should I just let it go for a little while, or? All right. Hooked up. First fish of the day. Probably been almost an hour I've been here. I've been seeing fish surfacing. They've been popping up. Oh, this is exciting. I know I've already caught carp this year. Caught a few, but I've had a lot of skunk trips, and you haven't seen them. I've just been deleting that footage. I've been fishing for carp, but I haven't been catching them very much. And this is my first carp fishing without a coat or a sweatshirt on, which is pretty cool. Probably shouldn't let them run that far, because I'm having to reel in a lot of line. Yeah, real shallow here, real shallow. Thought for a second it was a mirror carp, but it's not. Oh, he saw me. Come on. Gotcha. Yeah. Those tiger nuts. See if I keep them and use them again here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, this time of year, just catching fish is the goal, and I don't really care how big or small they are. Great fish. It's a good sized fish. I'm not gonna weigh him. He's kind of a long and skinny fish. I don't know, 5-6 pounds maybe. Okay, good stuff. Back in the water. All right, please don't splash me. Oh, thank you. That was a glorious release. So long. See you next time. Get bigger. Half the time they take off like a bullet and fling a bunch of water back on my feet. That was a nice release. Boy, I really needed that after an 8-hour skunk session yesterday. That was fun. Let's do that again. Boom, same spot. Kind of. We've got something happening here. Got a fish is hooked, and he doesn't really know what to do. And reminds him of heading for the hills. Yep. This is on that same rod that the first fish came on. Same rod, same spot. The bite hasn't been real fast. It's been slow. It's been more than another hour, I think, since that first fish. Kind of thought that might be it for the day. Happy to have this second fish on. Such a beautiful day. There's hardly any wind right here where I'm sitting, and about 70 degrees. This guy's going over here. I'll go chase him. Get that net out there. I forgot to put the net cam on again. Darn it. Kind of looks like the same fish. He's in the net. Yeah, I was about to say that this fish is a carbon copy of the first one. He's pretty close, but this one's got a little bit more of a belly. It's definitely a different fish, but yeah, 5-6 pounds. Glad to have him. Glad to have him. I'm not seeing anything particularly unique about this fish. It's good to see that tail. Back in the water. Let's see if this fish can do a... Nope, he wanted to splash me. Yeah, he's taking off fast. Wow. Cool. It's time to make some more bait. I got about an hour and a half left to fish here. Pretty clear I'm going to run out of bait. As usual, sweet feed and old-fashioned oats. And I'm just going to pick a random can here. Pears. in syrup. I'm going to do it the same with the pears as I do the peaches. I'm going to squish those, squeeze them, smash them, make baby food out of them. And I forgot to put vanilla in. I've been liking the vanilla lately. Nice thing about vanilla is fish like it and the bugs don't like it. So it's kind of a nice dual combo there. That's it. You know, I get people in the comments asking me what video they should watch for my bait recipes. I talk about the bait. I do this. I show myself making the bait almost every single video. So you want to learn some bait recipes, just start watching my videos and you'll see one almost every video. There are a few videos that have are specifically about the bait, but for the most part it's part of fishing, so I just mix it in with the fishing because that's what it is. This is the 4th tick that I pulled off myself. They're out. It's springtime. Yeah. All right. Ooh, got some pretty good pull there. Feels some weight on this one that the other fish didn't have. This might be a slightly larger fish, or just maybe a slightly more energetic fish that's pulling a little harder. I'm gonna take my time, bring him in nice and slow. I'm in no hurry. There's no big snags around here that I need to worry about avoiding or anything. I'm just gonna take my time. I know some people like to be like ultra gentle with the fish, thinking that, oh, the gentler you are, you know, the less chance the hook will rip out, and there's definitely some truth to that. But there's also some truth that the longer the fish fight continues, the more chance the fish has to get off as well. Time is a factor. The longer he's out there pulling on your hook, the more that hook is reaming a hole in his lip, and the more opportunities that fish has to get that line wrapped around a rock or a branch or something. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. The water's so clear this time of year. Won't take long for that algae to start blooming though. Get in here. Get in there. Got him. Yeah, I think this fish is a little bit bigger than those first two. Yeah, fish 3, a little bigger than the first two. Not much, but a little bit. Definitely a different fish. It's got some little different colorations on a couple of the scales there, right in the middle. But how many fish does it take to make a YouTube video? Well, today it's 3, because I'm out of time. And I was gonna leave in 5 minutes anyway, so I think I'm gonna call it 3 fish. I'm satisfied. It was a good day, good redemption from my skunk yesterday. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. See you on the next one. All right, you gonna splash me? Nope. Nice. See you later, get bigger. The ground is wet. Okay. Well, welcome back to another exciting fishing adventure. And it's windy today. Wind's blowing 20, 25. I'm kind of hiding behind a cut bank here so I can at least fish here without my stuff blowing away. It's windy out there. I think that it should get the water churned up and get that temperature up even higher. It's a good thing. Spicy boiled feed corn is the hook bait today. And as usual, starting off the day with the leftovers from the previous trip. Got almost a full bag here. I think this is pears. I can smell it. Yeah, pears and oats and vanilla and sweet feed. Needs a little bit of water. A little too crumbly. Just a couple of handfuls. A couple, 3. And I don't think there's any magic thing about canned fruit. I know I've been using canned fruit a lot lately in my baits. It's sweet, it has a lot of flavor, And last year I found a clearance sale on canned fruit, and I bought a whole bunch of them. I'm still going through them. I fished this spot yesterday, and this is the same spot where I was washing my hands yesterday. And there's a bunch of little bits of my pack bait on the sand here where I've been washing my hands yesterday. And when I walked up here today, there's a turtle right here gobbling up these little bits. Here it is, oats pack bait and the triple stack spicy feed corn going out. Dealing with the usual roller coaster spring weather. Today's high is 74, and tomorrow is like 55 and rain. But I'm pretty sure there's some active fish over here today. I've heard a few splashes while I was getting ready. Haven't seen any fish though. That didn't take long, 15-20 minutes. Yeah, he's on there. Swimming at me for a second there. Thought maybe it was a false alarm. I'm hooked up. The turtle just popped his head up and looked at me. I've been throwing some bait out right after I put my lines out. I spotted some bait out, mix of sweet feed and boiled bird seed, and yeah, I guess that was it. Sweet feed and bird seed. Just want to get some scent in this bay over here and just get them roaming around, or at least if there are fish that are coming into this bay, get them to stay here. Definitely a carp. I saw the gold tail come up, but that's all I've seen so far. I don't think it's a state record or anything, but it's not a tiny fish either. I'm always checking that drag like 10 times while I'm fighting the fish, just to, just make sure it's not too tight. I don't want to rip the hook out of his mouth. A lot of times I'll loosen the drag even more right when he gets close up here, because, oh yeah, that's a good fish. I just caught a glimpse of him. He's like this dark bronzy looking color. This is a real good fish. Got him. This is kind of an interesting looking fish. Really he's got a dark bronzy, orangey color. He's got like little orange blotches in random places. There's some on his dorsal fin if I can get him to stand up. Uh-oh. Must have just been the wind. But yeah, big wide tail on this fish that's not really that big. I'm gonna call this 7-8 pound fish. But I saw that big wide tail come up to the surface, and I thought it was a bigger fish than this. But whoa, frisky. As soon as I put him in, he's gone. Thank you. My feet are wet now. Ground here must be saturated. It's dry to the touch, but if you kneel down on your knees, a bunch of water just sponges up. It's like saturated like a sponge. Weird. Well, my boiled feed corn did not survive that fish there. Most of the times, tiger nuts will. I'll catch multiple fish on the same set of tiger nuts, but as far as durability goes, corn is inferior to tiger nuts. Still pretty good though. I know plastic baits probably be even more durable, but I don't know. I just like using actual food for the bait. Something about using a piece of plastic to trick a fish. I don't know. I just like using real food for baits. Should I let him run a little bit, maybe? Alright, that's probably enough. How about a little more? Oh, wait. Should I go now? Alright. I don't know why I just did that spur of the moment thing, I guess. Fish on, fish on. Uh-oh, double time. Double time, double time. Double time. Yeah. I can only do one at a time, so I guess I'll just do the one that I've already got. I keep an eye on the spool on that other one, because as you can see, it's going here. I'm going to slow it down a little bit here. Yeah. Because I can't let him spool me. It's going. He stops. Alright. This fish, the first fish is right here. I'm going to get him in the net. Hopefully he's agreeable with that. Nope, no, he's not. The other rod's looking okay. I was a little concerned about getting spooled at first, but that fish has slowed down. Come on in. Come on in. I'm gonna let you go, I promise. Okay. Fish one. Oh, no, no, no. That's embarrassing. All right. Let's do this again. Okay. Take two is a success. All right, that fish is gonna stay right there in the net. And we'll wake this guy up. Oh yeah, thought you got away, didn't you? Sorry to tell you. This fish is not putting up any fight, just wait. Just wait. I'm sure he'll start freaking out once he gets closer and sees this two-legged creature standing on the bank looking at him. I had mirror carp on my mind a little bit ago. Maybe this is one. No, I don't think it's a mirror, but it's a nice fish. The second fish is bigger than the first one. Alright. Get the second fish in the net. Come on in. Come on in. Yes! Got two fish in the net. Whoa, he's spunky. Well, from past experience, the easiest way to do this has been just grab both rods like this, and we'll just bring it all over to the mat and sort it out. Keep an eye on my third rod for me, will you? The lines actually aren't tangled at all, which is a miracle, I think. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Lines weren't tangled bad at all. This is the first fish, the smaller fish. Looks a lot like what I've been catching earlier. 5-pound fish or so. Back he goes. Thanks for playing. See you later. This guy's quite a bit bigger. This is probably the big fish of the day so far. 7-8 pounds, I suppose. Second fish on the double. Having a good day. Back he goes. Thanks. I'll tell your friends. See ya. Yeah, normally I usually end up having to cut the line on a double when I do a double net job like that, but this isn't too bad. Check the hook here before I put new bait on. Oh yeah, still sticky sharp. Just like the last time, that feed corn did not survive the fight on that one. I would like to do that again, except next time I want the fish to be a double mirror carp. I know it's possible. I've caught multiple mirror carp out of this lake, so they're in here, and I know there's more than one. That would be a nice catch, a mirror carp double. Hook number 2. Yep. Good. Ouch. Good stuff. Here we go. I won't let him run this time. Unless he pulls real drag like that. Probably been about 15-20 minutes since that double. And lucky me, this fish is off to the right over here away from my other 2 lines. Got some good weight on this fish. Good weight. Oh, he's jumping like a bass. Going right over the net. Oh! Try this one more time. There we go. You know, these carp today are surprisingly calm. They're not freaking out on the mat at all. Once I get them in, they're just kind of just very compliant. It's nice. Hey, there you go. Hey, yeah, there you go. Let's get excited. Do it again. Anyway, I'm having a good time. This is what, fish 5, I think, for the day. Not a mirror double, but a common single. I'll take it. So long. Thank you. And lucky me, corn did survive that fight, so I'm going to use it again. Woohoo! I got an immediate bite. Like, I haven't even... What is going on here? That's got to be something else. I hadn't even like tightened up the line and started to set the rod down yet. It was like as soon as it hit the bottom. Sometimes carp will do that, and I've had it happen. Just follow it straight to the bottom and chomp, chomp, chomp. You little bugger. You just saw that hit the bottom and darted right after it, didn't you? See ya. That was good timing. Just got that other one casted out after that little catfish, and this one started going. They're really starting to wake up here in this small lake. Water temperature yesterday was 57. I didn't measure it today. I'm sure it's about the same. It's a good fish. At least the fish is on the larger side of the other fish that I've caught today. No giant or anything. I knew that coming here. There's not a ton of giants here. Get in. Alright. Yeah, fish 6. Long, skinny. Male fish, no doubt. 5-6 pounds. About average size for this little lake. It's a great spring day for carp fishing. Back you go. It's only been 5 minutes. I haven't even got that other rod baited and put back yet. This might be a better fish. Pulling some good drag here. The action here today is superb. This fish is just digging for the bottom. It's taking a while to bring him in. Haven't even caught a glimpse of him yet, but he's getting close here. Yeah, big fish of the day. He's pushing 8-9 pounds. Not a ton bigger than those other fish, but yeah, they just keep coming. Fish 7. I'm thrilled. Pretty great day. I've got about half an hour left to fish. Let's see what materializes. Back in the water. See you next time. Bye-bye. Fish on. It's been a while. I gotta leave in about 10 minutes. I thought that might be it. I was about ready to start thinking that feeding time was over. Here I go again. Some good weight. Oh, came to the surface out there. Way out there. This fish is on the surface right now. Wow. That's different. All the fish I've been catching so far today have been digging for the bottom. That fish was on the surface, and now he's heading for the shoreline over there. Go ahead and get this net out there. So that's ready. Gotta loosen that drag a little bit. Yeah, I think this is a big fish of the day. Come on. Come on. Yes! Yeah, there he is right there. Right in the corner. Yeah, I don't know if he's a lot bigger than the one before him, but I think the tail is bigger. That's what made me think. He's just got a big, floppy, wide tail. But this is fish 8 for the afternoon. It's almost 4 o'clock. I gotta leave at 4. All this fishing has been happening between about 12:30 and 4 o'clock. 8 fish. I'm pleased, very pleased. I gotta go. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. See you on the next one. Ah, you got me. Thanks anyway. Well, welcome back to another carp fishing adventure. Let me bring you up to speed of what's been happening the last couple days. Yesterday, I spent the whole day at a new lake that I'd never fished for carp at. I've been to before, but hardly done any fishing there, and decided I was going to spend the whole day, and maybe multiple days, depending on what I find. And I did spend the whole day there yesterday, and the fishing was not great. I caught one fish, probably a 5-pound carp or so. That was it as far as catching a fish goes. But you know, I tend to learn the most on the days when the fishing is not very good, or even on the days when I get skunked, really. And the lesson I learned yesterday was a pretty valuable one. And the lesson I learned is that the boat traffic on that lake is much more than I'm willing to put up with for fishing. Doesn't matter how good the fishing is. The boat traffic is just too much for me. It was just a constant parade of walleye boats trolling with planer boards back and forth in front of me. And they weren't just doing it to me, they were doing it to each other too. I was watching with my binoculars all day pretty much. They were just trolling across other boats' lines, and it's just a complete disregard for others, for a lot of people. A lot of people were nice, I'm sure, but a lot of jerks out there. But it was only the 3rd of May. Water's temps are still in the 55-degree range. Jet ski season hasn't even started yet. And I concluded that with the amount of boats that are out there, those were just fishing boats. I counted 16 from what I could see from one side of the lake. It was a big lake. I couldn't see every boat on the lake. So even though it was not a fun day to be fishing yesterday, it was a pretty great day because I got some valuable information about that lake. Because that lake was on my list of lakes that I wanted to spend some more time at, so really pick apart the lake and kind of figure it out, and figure out where the big carp are, if there are any in that lake. But now that I know that lake is as crowded and busy and noisy as it is, I can just go ahead and cross that off my list and just focus my efforts and my exploring on some other places. And the aspect of that I'm really grateful for is that I learned that valuable lesson on my first day fishing there. and I didn't have to go spend 2, 3, 4, who knows how many days fishing there before I realized that that place is just a big noisy mess. Learned it the first day, don't have to waste any more time there. Boom, checked off the list. It's kind of one of those silver lining situations, you know. But I'm here at a much more secluded area today. I'm the only one here today. It's beautiful, it's quiet, the fish are jumping. I'm ready to have a good time. So this is what's gonna catch them today. This is oats and sweet feed, and it's got some peaches in there. That's left over from yesterday. And here's some butter flavored tiger nuts. These are just tiger nuts, but it's soaking in some butter flavoring from the grocery store. Going out. About 5, 6 feet of water where I put that first one off to my right here. No pre-baiting here or anything today. It's probably been about a week since I've been to this lake. A little deeper on that middle rod, straight out from me here. I'm guessing that's more about a 6 or 7. I'm just guessing based on how long it takes the bait to hit the bottom. I can feel when the bait hits the bottom by keeping tension on the line. I get people that ask in the comments why I do that, why I kind of make these motions that I do after I cast. That's because I'm keeping tension on the line as it's sinking to the bottom. So then I can feel when that hits the bottom, there's a little thud on the line, and I can know when it's hit the bottom. And just estimating based on when the bait hits the surface of the water and when I feel that thud, I take a guess at what the depth of the water is. Usually it's pretty close. I've gotten pretty good at it over the years. I'm gonna cast, and then when it hits the water, I'm gonna keep tension on the line by moving the rod just a little bit. Boom, that was it right there. It's pretty shallow there. 3, 4 feet on that one. That didn't take long. "10 minutes maybe, I'm still getting things situated." Put that net out there. If I can get this fish to just stay right in between my two other rods here. Ooh. Really like it if one of these fish I catch today would be a mirror carp. Come on, this guy's frisky. They're getting a lot more energy now that this water's starting to warm up. I guess I haven't measured it today. Come on. Oh, jumped right over the net. You can do it. Okay. Oh, yep, the other one's going off. Perfect timing. As soon as I netted that fish, and this one starts going off. Okay, starting off the day with a double. I don't know if it's a true double. I already had that fish in the net. And this one started taking off. Perfect timing. Alright. So this goes out there, and then I'll let him sit like that while bringing this other fish in closer. It's always kind of a circus here with this. Come on in. Yeah. 2 fish in the net. Get the first hook out of the way here. And that other one got himself unhooked in the net. Oh, these aren't even tangled. That's awesome. Yeah, starting out the day with a double. These 2 fish are almost identical size. 5, 6 pounds each, I guess. Here's the first one. Back in the water he goes. All right, thank you. Get bigger. See you later. The second one's maybe a tiny bit bigger, but I don't care. I just love catching them. Starting out the day with a double. I'm gonna call it a double, even though technically I had the first fish in the net. I had to handle 2 fish here. It's a double. Thank you very much. See you next time. Oh, these guys are just swimming away gently today. Very nice. Both those fish came from different depths. That middle rod was in probably, I think, 6 or 7 feet of water, and then the one on the left was shallower, 3-4 feet of water, but I don't think it matters that much here in this bay. This is just a generally shallow bay between 3 to 7 feet deep. There are deeper parts of the lake, so this is kind of a shallow area of the lake. Oh, there's 2 fish that just jumped right now while I was talking. Looking like it might be a hot bite today. And my lines weren't even tangled at all. It's extraordinary. Oh. This has been in the water for 2-3 minutes. I was just getting that other rod, gonna get it ready to start baiting it up. Hot bite. Come on, mirror carp. Big money, big money, big money. Stop! Mirror carp. Yeah, these fish are starting to get some pretty good energy about them. This one's a little bit bigger, I think. Come on. Yes. Yeah, another quality size fish. I mean, my definition of quality size fish is pretty much anything over 5 pounds. It puts up a real good fight, and they're a lot of fun to catch. I know I keep mentioning mirror carp, and I'm really hopeful to catch one, or at least a couple maybe this year. At this pond behind me here, I've caught multiple mirror carp here, so I know they're in here, and I'm just kind of playing the numbers game. Catch as many fish as I can, and eventually some of those are going to be mirror carps. Oh, you naughty fish. Thanks anyway. I'm sure I deserve worse for jabbing a hook in its face and dragging him up on the shore for a couple minutes. I really haven't had a chance to sit down yet, which is just fine. I don't really need to sit down. I'm glad I got the umbrella put up before this hot bite started, though, because it's nice to have some shade. It's pretty hot in the sun. Ooh, got an aggressive taker here. That one kind of startled me. It was all nice and quiet. I was reading something. Oh, swimming at me. It's been a little while, probably about half an hour or so. Thought maybe that hot bite was a fluke. But they're back. At least one is back. For some reason my net cam battery is dead today. I don't know, it must have somehow got turned on while it was in the bag and battery ran down. So no net cam for you guys today. Sorry about that. I don't know, we'll see. It's charging right now, so. Yes. Oh, rambunctious. Wow. All right. Yeah, fish 4 is on the bank. They're all about the same size today so far. 5-pound carp or so. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. Back in the water he goes. See ya. Yeah, the tiger nuts did not survive that fight. Let me check that hook, make sure it's still needle sharp. It could be better. I'm gonna change that out. That should be stabbing into my finger, and it's not. Simple change out here. I just take my hook and bobber stop and beads and slide them up the main line. I'll cut the main line, get rid of this leader. I'll reuse that swivel, but that hook just goes in the garbage. Just gonna grab one of my pre-tied leaders off my little foam rig holder here. Just like that. And then I'm just gonna tie the main line to that swivel on my pre-tied leader. I use a clinch knot for that. Slide my sinker, my beads back down up against the swivel there. Ready to fish again. Got a brand new needle sharp hook. Put some bait on, get it out there. These are butter flavored. tiger nuts, not butterscotch, but just butter. It's the butter flavoring that you can find at the grocery store that people add to like baked goods to make them taste richer. And it smells like butter. Fish seem to like it. I figure, you know, fish, they like calories just about in any form, and butter is almost pure fat. So, yeah, I figured they would like it. Packed bait supply is getting a little low. I think I'll go ahead and make some more here after I get this one casted out. Bombs away. Plunk. I like to make bait in small batches like this for a few reasons. I mean, one of the reasons is this bag is much more portable than a bucket. I can travel to places where I'm going to travel light, and I can stuff a bag of bait in my bag, no problem. Can't do that with a bucket. But I also don't like waste. I like using a small batch, so I don't want to have a bucket full of pack bait sitting in my garage getting moldy. When I get home, if I have leftover bait, this can easily just be folded up, stuck in the fridge. Doesn't take up a lot of space in the fridge. Can't do that with a bucket. And this bag here looks like it's still in pretty good shape. I'm going to reuse that again. So I'm just going to take my new stuff and dump it into the old bag here. Put this bag back in the bag, and I'll use that a different day. I like to reuse these gallon bags 2 or 3 times depending on how beat up they get. But yeah, I've got about 21 ounces of old-fashioned oats and some sweet feed pellets mixed in there. That's horse feed, 12% protein, horse feed. And let's see, this is the only easy open can I've got in here, so why not go with that? Whole kernel corn is what I'm doing here. Usually when I use whole kernel corn for this type of pack bait mix, I'm just going to dump the whole can, including the liquid, in there. And that usually ends up being just about the right amount of liquid for the amount of oats that I have here. And I kind of like to do the same as what I do with like when I use cans of fruit in here. Smash up that corn a little bit, squeeze that corn flavor juice out of it. Just give it a smash. It really gets a good mix in with the oats. And then get some air back in the bag so that the bait has room to tumble. And then tumble it. And that's it. It takes about 10 minutes to set up or so. As you can see, it's a little bit sticky right now already, but it's still too crumbly. It takes a little time for those old-fashioned oats to absorb the moisture from the corn. If you're using instant oats, it would probably happen faster. I like the old-fashioned oats. It seems like the instant oats kind of turned into a little bit of a paste. Since I reuse bait, like I said, I'll put this bait in the fridge, use it tomorrow or a few days from now. Old-fashioned oats seem to hold up better than the quick oats, but both work. And I think the only flavor that's in there really is corn. I'm going to add some vanilla in there too. I like vanilla a lot. Helps keep the bugs away too. Gnats don't like the scent of vanilla. And I know I just dumped the vanilla in there and I didn't like mix it evenly or make sure everything is evenly distributed in the pack bait. That just doesn't matter. Fish don't care about that. We're not baking a cake for the queen here. We're just making fish bait. They don't care. That's just a fisherman thing, not a fish thing. Yep. Yep. Just trying to get my lunch eaten. I'm eating a salad. I wouldn't say that the hot bite is continuing. It's been about another half an hour since I got the last fish, so pretty good bite though. Oh, he got off. I was being gentle with him too. He wasn't too far off. It's probably 25 feet off the bank here. Okay. Put on some of this newly made oats and corn here. Tiger nuts are still good. Just gonna leave those alone. Oh yeah. All right. Same rod. When I put this one back out, I casted it a lot closer to the bank here, not as far out. Most of the fish I was seeing were surfacing pretty close to the bank. I don't think he's a mirror, but he is in my net. Another cookie cutter fish. Actually, he's a little bit smaller than the first few. Keeping me awake though. Back in the water. So long. What do you think that is? I don't know. Kind of looks like a catfish bite. Pulled a little drag. Yeah, it's swimming towards me, whatever it is. Here we go. Yeah. Just got that other line rebaited and cast out 30 seconds ago. The hot bite is back. Definitely a carp. I just saw him. Really shallow here. The water's clear. Still early in the year. See him, and he's not a mirror. Come on in. Yes. Good little backflip into the net there. Well, I think, what is this? Fish number 5, something like that. But that's all the time I have for today. 5 fish on the bank, none of them mirrors. I'll keep playing the numbers game. Eventually I'll have a mirror to show you at some point, I think. Maybe you've already seen it by now. Who knows when this video is going to air. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. Okay, that was a violent take. Yeah. That scared the crap out of me. That was just a violent take. And there's a fish on. Oh yeah, it's heading out into the middle. This is exciting. Based on the weight, this is not a small fish. Starting out the video here, just right into the action. Fish has been pretty slow for me last few trips, but finally hooked up. This is my first time fighting a big fish on these new rod and reel combos. These ugly stick graphite rods. And it's feeling pretty good so far. Still getting used to the drag settings on these reels. This fish is way off to the right. He has gone around my middle line. I gotta get the line down by the water. He's down there. He's down there. Right along the bank down there. All right, he gave up on that. He's heading back out into open water. Get that net out there and ready. I haven't caught a glimpse of him yet. He's in my other line. Haven't caught a glimpse of him yet. All I know is it's not a small fish. Water's pretty cold. Haven't measured it, but I'm pretty sure it's in the low 60s. So it's hard to tell how big the fish is because their fight isn't as fierce as it could be if it was in warm water. I gotta get this other line out of the way. Okay. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I just caught a glimpse of him. Common carp and a big one. Running 17-pound monofilament line here on these reels, and I think that's plenty strong. Normally I run 20, but found some 17 on sale. Oh, I see my bobber stop. Oh, I see a fish. Come on, dude. Let's go. This fight's taking a long time. Yep. Nope. That was close. Yes, he's in the net. Yeah, he looks real good. Right in that tough part of the bottom lip. It's like it's supposed to be. This is definitely not a new personal best or anything close, but kind of want to get a weight on him anyway. I'm guessing 14. Yeah, 15 with the net, so yeah, that's about right. Yeah, starting off the day right with a nice big 14-pound common carp to start the day. It's about 11 a.m. I've been here about an hour. I fished this pond all day yesterday. I was seeing fish all day. I've been seeing lots of fish this morning. They're surfacing. They're swimming around with their backs out of the water. Just not doing a lot of feeding. But found one that was. Hopefully there's some more. Back in the water. It's going to be a net release today. There it goes. See ya. Yeah, let me get this line checked and baited back up, and I'll show you what I'm using today. Yeah, the tiger nuts did not survive that fight. Check the hook real quick here. Oh yeah, it's still good. Yeah, I'm using spicy tiger nuts today. Just tiger nuts that have been soaking in hot sauce. I don't necessarily think that the spicy baits are especially loved by carp or anything like that, but I do seem to see a slight difference, a slight reduction, I should say, in the amount of nuisance fish that mess with my rigs. Bullheads and sunfish and things like that seem to kind of dislike those. I don't know if that's actually true or not. That's just my anecdotal evidence from my own personal experience. It may just be a coincidence that the days I fish with these that I don't get bothered by nuisance fish as much. I don't know. Pack bait's just left over from yesterday. Oats, sweet feed. There's a can of corn in there and some vanilla. I think that's what it was yesterday. So yeah, there's that oats pack bait and the spicy tiger nuts on the hair. This is what I call my 99% rig because I use it 99% of the time. I like to let the hook bait dangle. They're like that. Some people tuck it into the pack bait, and this is my preference because I like to be 100% sure that my sinker and pack bait ball is not hiding my hook bait. So that's why I do it that way. And I'm gonna go ahead and just rebait on all two of my other ones also. Mainly because during that fight, that fish kind of bumped into both my other lines and kind of moved them out of position. And yeah, better to just rebait them. It's been an hour anyway, so. And since I mentioned water temp, let's go ahead and check real quick. Just based on the way it feels, I was gonna say upper six or mid to upper. What did I say? Low 60s? Yeah, probably low to mid would be my guess. Whoa, 67. That's a lot warmer than I thought it was. That explains a lot, actually. They might be starting their spawning behavior if it's getting that close to 70. Well, unfortunately, there's a thunderstorm bearing down on this spot. It's coming from that way, and I'm gonna get out of here before I get soaked or zapped. But yeah, just one fish for today. Got to catch big fish on the new rod, so that was pretty awesome. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. Well, I had come here to this lake today with the hopes that the spawn was going to be done here. But unfortunately, it's not. I get there, they're spawning carp all along the bank here, so I figure I might as well film a little bit of it, I guess. So here's some spawning carp. This is a little creek that comes, kind of spills into the lake here. There's fish swimming in and out of here. Put my polarized sunglasses over it, see if that does anything. Yeah, that helps a little bit. These are small carp. These are probably 3-4 pound fish right here. I'm gonna go see if I can find some bigger ones. In case you're wondering what's happening here, one of those fish is a female. It's got a bunch of males chasing her around, trying to get her to release some eggs. I can walk underneath this tree here. Glad I brought my knee boots today. Didn't think I was going to need them, but they come in handy. I'm hearing lots of big splashes up here, trying to get up there. Oh, here's a fish right here in front of me. He's going to swim right past my feet. Oh! Yeah, the fish didn't even notice me. Oh, there's a fish right at my feet. Oh, there he goes. I wish I had a polarized lens. Fish right at my feet. They just keep swimming up and down this bank. I keep hearing big splashes back where I came from. I'm going to head back over there. See what's going on. The more I walk the bank here, they just kind of move ahead of me. You know, I try to be quiet, but they notice me. Most of them, they keep going. They just keep pushing farther ahead of me, so it's probably better if I just hang out in one little general area and watch for them. Seems like if I go up on the land, it doesn't disturb them as much when I get close. Oh, that's a mirror carp. I just saw a mirror. Hold on. Come up again, come up again. That was a big mirror carp. Right here. In front of me. Ah, I just got wet. Oh. They just threw water up on me. Oh, ferocious. All I'm doing is listening for those ferocious splashing noises and heading over there. Crazy. There's some big ones in here. So I'm going to head over to a kind of a protected little bay that might be out of the wind, and hopefully the water won't be as rough. You can see things a little bit better. While I'm walking there, just for those of you who don't know, the way carp reproduce is they just kind of scatter their eggs all over the place. They don't make a nest like a lot of other fish do. The female carp just go up into the shallows where there is emergent vegetation or sand or whatever, and they just kind of scatter their eggs willy-nilly everywhere. And the male carp do the same with their sperm. They just scatter that everywhere. Just kind of randomness, kind of the eggs get fertilized. Usually what I see it is a big female will be swimming around, and she'll have like 5 males all just right up next to her, following her every move, bumping into her, pushing her around, and they're just waiting for her to release some eggs so they can release their stuff. So that's what we're seeing here today. The carp spawn. I'm almost there. Let's see if I can see something over at this calmer bay. Well, I see some fish spawning action over on the other side. Right over there I see some splashing going on. That's a long walk over there. I don't think I'm going to go over there. Let's see what else I can find here. And here's a little swampy area that's just up from the lake. A little creek. This drains into the lake, and some fish have swam up the creek into this swampy area here and are spawning up in here. I'm not going to walk down there because it's swampy. Just going to zoom in on them from up here. Ooh, that was a rooster pheasant, for those of you who don't know what that noise was. As you can see, there's the little creek. and then it goes up into this swampy area up here, and the creek kind of goes farther, but alright, that's enough spawning carp for today. I'll come back here in a week or so and get some big carp on the line. Until then, I'm going catfishing today. That'll be a different video. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. See you on the next one. Yeah, as soon as I pulled up, I saw a few examples of spawning carp, one over here and one back that way, but I think they're stragglers. I think it's mostly over. There's hardly anything going on here. Not like last week when I was here. I was here exactly a week ago, and the banks everywhere were going crazy with carp spawning. It's not happening today. I think they're done. I'm going to give it about 2 hours and see if I can get any bites today. Thanks for watching. This spot comes with free fishing line. Like so many spots these days. Look at what this person was fishing with here. This is what we're dealing with here. We've got the hook attached directly to the snap swivel. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. Okay. It startled me. It's not a small fish. I was literally getting in my tackle bag, starting to get some bullhead fishing stuff ready because I didn't think carp was going to happen today. It's been about an hour and 12-pound fish. It's an interesting looking fish. It's got some light and dark patches on his head there. I think that's just from spawning. See how the gill plate's all light colored like that? I mean, it's not rough at all. Yeah, I don't know, interesting. Like one side of his head is dark and the other is light. Huh. like I said, I've been seeing some spawning activity, just a little bit, but I've been seeing more of just normal carp activity. They've been surfacing and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't even bother getting the chest cam on this morning because my expectations were that low. I thought I was just going to sit here for 2 hours and then go bullhead fishing somewhere else. But great start to the day. And with that fish, my line was actually tangled up in the net where my hook was, and I ended up damaging the hook, so I just ended up cutting the line. I'm going to re-rig. Thought I'd take an opportunity to show those of you who might be new here how I rig up my carp rig here. First thing that goes on the line is a rubber bobber stop. This one, you just thread the line through that little loop and then pull the bobber stop through, so the bobber stop is on the line. That goes up. Then a little bitty black bead goes right after the bobber stop, up the line. Then my feeder sinker here, this is a 3-ounce one. I make these in 3 ounce and 2 ounce here. I've been using these a lot lately. I'm really happy with them. I make these feeders myself. If you want to buy some, links in the description. After the feeder, one more little bead, and that color doesn't matter. Black beads are just what I have. And last but not least is actually the most important part, the hook link. Keep my hook links just on this little piece of foam here. I tie them at home ahead of time, and actually these are available too if anybody wants them. Check the link in the description. As you can see, it's just a short little 2-inch section of 30-pound braid. There's a hair egged onto a size 4 laser sharp, super sharp hook, and a little bitty size 10 barrel swivel. I'm just going to tie this right onto the main line. Uh-oh. Here we go. Yes. I did not finish getting that last rig tied up. Ooh, I think this is also a good fish. Tighten that drag up a little bit, because I'm going to be in trouble if that fish goes too far to the right. Big trouble. Big trouble. As you can see, there's a tree in front of me now. It's between me and the fish, and my line is over the tree. This is not going to end well. I just need to hang on until that fish gives up on that direction and swims back out into open water. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Oh man, I gotta go chase him. Yeah, I'm gonna let him run out. He's kind of going where I want him to. He'll give me a chance to, I don't know. This is not going well. I'm giving this fish slack, so he'll go out. Come on, do it. Go out. All right, I'm coming down here. I'm getting extreme with him now. Yes! I cannot believe I still have this fish on the line. And I'm getting him way over here, away from where he was. That's this fish pulling on this line now, I think. No, it's not. Okay. I am doubled and double tangled as well. I don't know if I'm making this better or worse. Yes. Okay, my lines are no longer tangled, but I still got another fish. Still got another fish out there. This is a circus. What a circus. Is the circus music playing right now? Should be. Alright. So this fish that was way off to the right behind the tree is now off to my left. Yeah, this is really getting my heart pumping this morning. I was mentally prepared for a boring, eventless morning. This is not a small fish either, folks. Oh man, I love these 9-foot graphite rods. They're so light. Just makes the fighting the fish a pleasure. Sorry, that's a cheesy thing to say. All right, get in that net. Get in the net. All right, he's in the net. Now, this line has been pulled way off to the right. Let's wake him up, see what's going on here. Reeling the slack. Oh, buddy. I feel some weight on this one too. Oh, this one's gonna get me tangled. Yeah, for sure. I'm in the tree. Okay, somehow that fish got out of that tree. The fish was just in that part that's the tip of the tree that's in the water there. My line's probably shredded. That's alright, as long as it lasts long enough to get this fish in. I'm gonna do a double net job again. Got him. Oh, and the hook just came out. It's actually a blessing that the hook just came out. Then I know, then I know it's at least not tangled up with the other line. If I have one piece of advice for anybody dealing with double catches and stuff like that, is just like slow things down. I know it's hard, but just be like, count to 3 or something. Slow, just set the rod down slowly. We'll pick the net up slowly. All right. So the first fish I'm going to show you is the one that's already unhooked himself in the net. This is the second fish. He's not very big. 5-6 pounds. Back he goes. Yeah, I deserved it. All right, you got me. There's the other one, a little bigger. Coming alive, post spawn. Yeah. What a change! What a change of expectations. I mean, I thought it was going to be dead today. It's quite the opposite. I don't know, 8-9 pound fish. I don't know. I'm not going to weigh this one. Back he goes. See you later. Thank you. And I have 0 baits in the water right now, so I'm going to fix that. This bait survived, the hook bait survived the fight, so I'm just going to throw in some more pack bait and get this back out there. Let me check that hook first real quick. Yeah, good. In case you're wondering what that bird is, that's an oriole making that sound. And the tiger nuts did not survive the fight on the other one. Check that hook. Oh yeah, still good. These are maple flavored tiger nuts, and the B stands for better catch fish. It used to be a banana. I just forgot to didn't remove the tape. We got maple. You want to see how I make these flavored tiger nuts? Guess what? There's a video on my channel about that. Search for the word tiger in the search box on my channel to find it. Well, there's also a whole playlist with like 50 videos just about carp bait. Once again, go to my channel page to find it. And this pack bait is a mix of old-fashioned oats and sweet feed pellets and a can of pears and a little bit of vanilla too. Okay, so back to putting that rig together. I tie the hook link to the main line with a improved clinch knot, otherwise known as a blood knot in other parts of the world. And then the feeder, bobber stop, everything gets slid down to meet up with the swivel there. And that's the rig. This is a bolt rig. It's called a bolt rig because this sliding bobber stop here keeps the sinker from sliding up the line. So when a fish gets the hook in their mouth, they lift up, and that weight of the sinker sets the hook. But this sinker isn't fixed in place such that it's not movable. If it gets hung up in a tree or something like that, it can slide off the line eventually, and the fish won't be tethered to the tree. Works pretty great for me. There we go. I should clarify that these maple tiger nuts, they are not soaking in maple syrup. They're soaking in maple extract flavoring from the grocery store. Alright, that was quite a flurry of action there. Third bait's finally going out. Let's see if that trend continues. 2-3 feet of water is where I'm fishing in. About 2-3 feet of water, 30-40 yards off the bank here. And I think the smell of fish attracts flies and gnats too. Clean this mat off. Yesterday I got ran off where I was by a thunderstorm. Like 40-mile-an-hour winds tried to blow me away. Forecast is the same for today. So I was trying to get some fishing done in the morning before the afternoon thunderstorms get started. I heard some thunder off that way. It's only like 11 a.m. so we'll see how long I can fish before I get ran out of here. Fish on. It's probably been about 20 minutes or so since that crazy hectic double, and thought maybe it was over. The gnats are bad. As you can see, I got a net on. I'm just gonna talk softly because there's some other people that started fishing. They're quite a ways away, but water or sound travels pretty easy across water. I don't want to be annoying like loud people tend to be, so just gonna talk softly. He's in the net. Yeah, it's pretty small, 4 or 5 pounds. Back he goes. See ya. There we go again. Usually I have to wade through a bunch of small fish at this place. A lot of sorting needed. It was nice to get a few good sized fish to start with. I can't tell what size fish this is yet. Oh yeah. It's a common carp. Come on in. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Another 5-pound fish. It'd be a better time if some bigger fish stopped by, but I'm not complaining. Go on. See ya. Well, it's kind of a recurring theme on my fishing trips the last couple weeks of afternoon thunderstorms, and today's no different. I'm gonna get out of here. Looks like an afternoon of pretty unstable weather, but thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. Oh yeah. Been waiting for that for like an hour. Oh yeah. I'm fishing kind of a pain in the ass spot today. I'm up on a cliff. Gotta climb down to get to the water. And I got overhanging trees over there that are giving me problems already right now. I'm afraid to give this guy any slack. Okay, here he comes. Time to climb down. Alright, come on in here. I haven't seen this fish yet. Doesn't seem like a big one though. Not a big one, but a lot of energy. Okay. Yeah, pain in the ass spot, but it's been good to me in the past. Hopefully it's good again tonight. Yeah, first fish of the evening. Yeah, I'm doing a late afternoon, getting into an evening session today. I think it's June 1st today. Weather's been sketchy. I'm keeping my eye on the horizon for thunderstorms all the time. But see if I can get some more fish here before I get chased away from by a thunderstorm. Hopefully not. But it's a good start. Good start. Hold on. There you go. See ya. Yeah, the gnats are really bad here today. That's why I'm wearing this head net. Even though it's windy, wind's blowing, you would think that that'd keep the bugs off, but they are relentless. Bait I'm using today is hook bait is just some spicy tiger nuts. Looks like these survived the fight, so I'll use them again. And this is oats pack bait with a sweet potato in it today. A little sweet potato, a can of sweet potatoes, and vanilla, oats, and sweet feed. So yeah, it's about 6 p.m. Got about 3 hours till dark. Hopefully the bite will start picking up here pretty soon. Yep. I just saw a fish rise up over by where my bait is here. Wonder if that's that fish. I was up sitting in the truck eating my dinner because the gnats are so bad. I just don't want to be sharing my dinner with the gnats. The thing about these head nets is you can't see very good with them on. I was having trouble seeing my line, so now I can see better, but now I got bugs flying in my face. Come on. Okay. The energy on these fish now that the water's warming up is a lot. Yeah, a little bit bigger than the first one. Not much. About a 5-pound fish. It's been about another hour. Hopefully they're getting bigger pretty soon. So long. Yep, see ya. Yeah, I don't know. You think if I keep asking for bigger fish out loud, that'll help it happen? I don't know. Probably doesn't hurt though. Okay, this is real. Yeah, splashed the surface out there. I've been getting bullhead bites or something, nuisance fish, but finally got something real on the line here. Starting to cool off, so I switched over from the head net to the buff. It's a little more comfortable. I can see better. All right, I gotta get down there. I think this might be a better fish. I saw him break the surface as soon as I tightened up the line on him, and looked like a pretty good sized fish. Oh yeah, yeah, it's a bigger fish than the previous two. I don't think it's PB or anything, but it's a bigger fish. Come on, come on. Come on. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Got him. Yeah, that's a real nice fish. It might be a 15er. Right in that bottom lip. I think I will get a weight on this fish real quick. I'm gonna guess around 15. Yeah, 14. Yeah, this is more like it. Nice big 14-pound common carp. Yeah, this is worth it for hanging out with the bugs. Starting to feel worth it. Yeah, good fight on this fish. Water's warming up. These fish got some real good energy. Whew, putting them back. Bye-bye. Get bigger. See you next time when you're 20. Yeah, the bite's been pretty sporadic this evening. Just it's about 7:30 now, so it's about an hour or so since the last fish. Kind of slow, but kind of good. Uh-oh. That's real. That is real. Big splash on the surface, just like the last one. The bite is heating up. Jeff, somehow the gnats are still able to get in the buff in that little gap. And then you get one in there, that's worse than having nothing at all. Alright, this fish is right here under this tree. He's right here. He's trying to go under this tree. Oh, yeah. This is a good sized fish too. I'm being kind of aggressive with him here because I don't want him going in that tree. Oh, come on, come on. I got this nice net all ready for you. He doesn't want to come into that. Oh, it's a good fish. Oh yeah. I hadn't seen him until just now. I saw a big old dorsal fin. Get in here. Come on. Get in my net. There he is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have to leave that alone. I can't do anything about that right now, because I've got a fish laying here. All right. If you just hold still, that was good. That came out easy. Quick look at this guy. A little bit smaller than the one I just released. I'm guessing around 12 pounds. Big tail. Back he goes. I had a fish on the other line. Quick release on this guy. Bye-bye. Let's wake this one up. I'm really kind of horsing this fish because I don't want him to go under that tree to my left there. Oh, he's coming right in. Good. Got him. Yeah, that's one of those small crazy ones. Triple. Kind of a triple. 1, 2, 3. Back he goes. Other way. Other way. See you. Well, I have more bugs in my ears than I have baits in the water. I gotta fix that. No baits in the water. Holy crap, look at this. I turn away for a few minutes. Look at all these flies all over my everything. Oh my god. Get. That is disgusting. See, I wasn't kidding about the bugs here today. I wasn't wearing these masks for dramatic effect or look cool. They are bad, bad, bad. But the sun is going down and the bite is heating up. So I gotta get these 3 rods baited back up and put back out there. See if I can catch a few more before it gets dark. I'm just kind of pacing around instead of sit. Normally I'd probably be sitting and reading something, but I just can't stand every single fly buzzing in my face. There's less flies buzzing in my face if I'm moving around at least a little bit. So while I was complaining about the flies, something hit this one. I'm kind of thinking, like, if I could just have one more big fish tonight, like 10 pounds or more, then I'll call it a night. I don't think this is gonna cut it though. He's right here, and I think it's a dink. Yeah, jumper. So he thinks he's a bass. Get in here. You're gonna scare away all the big guys. Get in here. Not really the grand finale of the evening here. I'm gonna keep fishing. Go on. You're free. All right. Ooh, nice. Just about 9 o'clock. Sun is down. It's gonna be dark in about 15 minutes. This fish is swimming in. Oh, he crossed over my other line. Probably getting a little too dark for the GoPro to see anything. I don't know if you can see anything or not. GoPros are pretty terrible in dim light. Get in here. Got him. Yeah, pretty steady action. Every 20-30 minutes or so I'm getting a fish. Is this the grand finale of the evening? I don't know. Got about 10 more minutes left. We'll see. So long. Okay, this one's taken off as a swarm of gnats envelops my head. Ah! This guy's trying to get under this tree. So far, I've been successful in preventing him from going under there so far. He's right here. Okay. Gotcha. Not happy, are you? Well, I got one rod left in the water, one bait left in the water, and I don't think I'm going to rebait the other two. I think this is going to be the grand finale of the evening. Congratulations to this fish. What a prestigious award. I'm calling it. Pretty good night, pretty good night. Bugs are bad, fishing was good. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. See you on the next one.